This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He'll ride his man on the option. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fullback's got it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Has to get there to move the sticks. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Run it with the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go to the fullback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Beasley. Flips it out to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Navy offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Give to the big fullback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. It in his belly. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Now the play fake. Going for it all. Touchdown, Irish! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Navy will go back on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. And you see my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
On the option. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on third and long. To the air, it's Beasley. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. It'll be a draw. Creates a little room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And oftentimes running backs love drive plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to power their way ahead. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Back to throw, it's Beasley. Gets it out quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went.
Found the seam on the left. The tag. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that 1st half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I could be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And man, what an interesting call. Fourth and medium, and the offense says, run. They don't want to pass the football. They run the option. They get it to the pitch man. He catches it. But this defense does a really good job. You can tell they know where the sticks are, and they get the...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the single back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pulls it in. It's Hobbs. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The give to the back. Look out, he's got room. Quick step and go. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And here comes the Navy offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Dropping back, it's Beasley. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll try the run. Inside the 30. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. And Navy will go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They go to the ground. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. The give to the fullback. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. The give to the big fullback. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Fires to the big fella.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
He's open on the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Looking for a man. It's Beasley. He's got the back in the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. We open the final period with a third down play. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
He wants to change this route. Showing the arm strength to the left. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Snap to the back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the running back has it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Finds his man. It's Beck. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Brings up second down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now on the option. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On the move, it's Wallace. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Beasley. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Irish! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Oh, what a cut! He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded, and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to